Do you have a mentor? I have a mentor. She's one of my best friends because she knows where I am and she asks questions as to, well, if you did this, what would happen to that? So yes, I do have a mentor. I like mentoring because being a college professor, I do get people asking me a lot, well, how could you use this in industry? How could I go from being a non-accountant coming out of the military, how can I go into accounting? And they're in my accounting classes. They're trying to get the experience. So mentoring is a way of giving back, and it feels good to both receiver as well as deliverer.
Do you have a mentor?
No, I've always idolized certain actors like Marlon Brando and Paul Newman, but I've finished my first book, Parker Strip, and Tony Viana has helped me get it published. We met on the phone 5-6 years ago, and he wanted to know tips on screenplay writing, and then years later I wanted to know tips on book writing. So right now in this situation, it's Tony Viana.
Do you mentor? Do you mentor?
Am I mental?
If you mentor other,
anybody who has any questions, well, I just gave an example. Tony called me about screenwriting. If anybody, with acting, I had an acting class in the 80s for 5 years, and forgive if I'm bragging, but a lot of people came to me for advice. I guess I was respected in the class, and I was really proud of that. So I would be more than happy to help anytime, any place. I don't have a specific person I'm mentoring, except my daughter. We are constantly on the phone. I'm closer to my daughter. She's closer to me than I think she is her mother. So.
Who do you look? Do you have a mentor?
Yes, I've always had a mentor. I believe in mentors.
Do you mentor?
I try to. Now that I'm getting older, I try to be a mentor to others.
Do you have a mentor?
Yes, I do have several mentors. I have mentors that are specific for a particular professional area. And then I have the life mentors, the people who are ahead of me in years and are able to provide advice or insight or things I should consider that, not knowing what's ahead, I may not have considered without their guidance.
Do you mentor?
Oh, indeed, I mentor. I would say mentoring is a major part of who I am today. I like to see others grow. It's the way I express my skills, is helping others.
Do you have a mentor?
I did have a mentor, but not right now. I don't.
And do you mentor?
I do. Yeah, I mentor a lot of people. So.
Do you have a mentor?
For some things in life, I'll ask my parents. For other questions related to relationships, I rather go to my girlfriends and talk to them because they are in the same stage of life and they experience the same problems right now. My grandparents, who are both 92 years old, they have experienced so many things in life. They have the answer to some of my very basic questions, and they see life more reflected than I see it, and they take life how it comes.
Now that young people face things and struggles, do you turn around and mentor?
I think it's always good to give recommendations, but it doesn't really make sense to push a person into one direction and this is the correct answer and this is the way how it has to be done. It's more like discussing the problem and then being solution oriented and finding a solution to problems.